So on this left side panel, outside of our kind of projects folder tab, we have a few more tabs we can go through. So we have our assets, which are basically just going to be any files that have been attached to this data set, whether it's from the iPad and Field 360 application when you're pre-registering in the field and attaching photos, video, text, whatever in the field. Those will show up as kind of these little geotags, which we'll get into in the next tab, but those will all kind of show up as main location in this assets panel. You can also, or whenever you're to save a screenshot, that'll then appear in here, and then from there you can always highlight or just kind of hover over that icon on the right side and you'll see just kind of a preview of that image. You can also set these as the project thumbnail. So now if I go and open this project, you'd see that that snapshot I just created is now the project thumbnail. You can also remove them, do whatever, delete, kind of full customizability in there. Next tab over is going to be your geotags. So these little kind of icons that are showing up, these are photos that were taken and attached to the point cloud in space in the field when doing this scan. So in this case, these are both of control points that are on the deck showing the offsets and where they are in relation to our project coordinate system. So I can quite easily just go in there, pull the XYZ coordinates from CAD, and then I can go and create my text file, which is basically just my controls that I will apply and then set this controls or the scan to the project coordinate system. So those are your geotags. If you need to, you can zoom into them, but highlighting them, and it'll go into that setup view that they're attached at, and then you can very quickly find them and then basically go that route of applying control. Your last tab is going to be your controls tab. So that was the TXT, the control file that I created is just a very basic text document that has the project, or not the project, the point number, and then the X, Y, and Z coordinates. And then once I import them all, this is kind of what you see just to see them in space. Make sure you didn't mix up your northings and eastings. And then once you have them imported, you can then go into your projects tab, right click, apply control, and then it'll apply based off of the targets you set on the controls or in the scan. It'll apply the control to those targets. You can also have multiple control files and control systems, so say you have one control system that's your project coordinate systems in real world space, north and eastern elevation, and you also have a secondary control system that's basically at the origin 0, 0, 0, so your numbers aren't so big and are easier to deal with. You can export or you can import two separate controls, and then you can apply both of those controls to the point cloud. So when you export the LGS, it'll have two separate control systems applied. And then if you're using CloudWorks plugin, you can switch between those controls, and then you can kind of make sure that it's coming into the correct coordinate system that your Navis model, your Revit, CAD, whatever is set to. So that's kind of the remainder of the left side panels, and next training we'll go over the right side and what information we have over there.